Good morning, my name is Bryan Thofilus Nepa Fay from 12 Science for number 8, and now I will bring you news of health during this pandemic. The coronavirus has triggered uncertainty all over the world, and the talk of this plague seems endless. All of this can affect mental health, especially for those who already have congenital mental problems such as anxiety disorders or obsessive compulsive disorder. How then can we take care of our mental health? When the World Health Agency released tips to maintain mental health in the midst of the coronavirus outbreak, many people are praised on social media. Ads as a Nikki Leadbetter of the charity Anxiety UK. Anxiety because helplessness and failure to tolerate uncertainty are typical of many cases of anxiety disorder. So, it is understandable that many individuals with anxiety disorder would feel increasingly depressed at a time like this. Most anxiety comes from worrying about something that doesn't exist yet and waiting for something to happen. The coronavirus causes and that kind of anxiety but one large scale, say Rosie. With Delhi, a spokeswoman for a charity working in mental health in Britain, mind then know can we maintain our mental health? Limit new consumptive and selective reading material. Coronavirus reading much about the coronavirus outbreak can cause anxiety attack on Nick, a father of two from England, who has anxiety disorder. When I feel anxious and I lose my mind and begin to think of the worst possible scenario, he said. Nick's worry about his parents and the old people he knows. Usually, when I'm undertaken by anxiety, I choose to save myself from the situation. It's out of my control, he said. Fasting, read the news, and using social media helps manage anxiety. He also felt that relief from various char- charitable institutions was helpful. Rest from social media and shut down the source of anxiety. Coronavirus. Alison, 24, of Manchester, England, has anxiety disorder and feels a need to keep track on developments. At the same time, the release social media and news can trigger mental problems. A month ago, I tried the hashtag and read all the unverified conspiracies, and they made me feel anxious and helpless. I cried. She says I know he is more careful when he follow an account and avoid the coronavirus. He also worked hard at fasting using social media, watching TV and reading books. Instead, wash your hands but don't overeat. Coronavirus action in fashion assert in the call for help from people who are terrified of the pandemic. For those with odds and other form of anxiety disorder contact. At Mountain on wash your hand can be very disruptive. For Lily Bailey who worried because we are bad to book about living with odds. The fear of being consumed by something is one aspect of all. He said the hand washing advice could be a trigger for those who were not yet hot. It was very difficult because I know had to do something was I supposed to avoid, say Bailey. I clung to that console well, but I was not easy considering for me soap and hand sanitizer are associated with addiction. Coronavirus image source Emerald and the picture. The call wash your hand can cause anxiety in people with ox. Charity Odds Action say another concern. For example, hand washing for some time to reduce the risk of spreading the virus, or washing hands as a habit on feeling right. Belly call for many also sufferers being better able to leave home, so they call to isolate yourself is another challenge. If we are forced to stay at home, we have plenty of time and boredom may worsen ox, he said. Maintain contact with other coronavirus image or Genti image and said picture call to limit social distance affect the life of millions of people worldwide. When more and more people have to isolate themselves at home, it is important to make sure that you have the phone number of those closest to you. Agree to check in and feel connected with the people around you. Say, wait daily. If you are isolating yourself, keep the balance between routine and ensure variety every day. You'll probably feel more productive in just 2 weeks. You can do a list of activity or read a book that you have long wanted to read. And thank you.